Welcome back to the Global Landscapes Forum here in Bonn in 2019, where we're focusing on the rights in the landscape, rights of indigenous communities, rights of women, rights of young people, and how the rights of communities affect the environment and will help conserve the environment. And this evening, I will be speaking with, having an interview with Father Amo, who is the missionary of Sacred Heart of Jesus in the Indonesia province. He's also the director of Justice and Peace of the Archdiocese of Merauke, Papua, Indonesia. And indigenous rights issues have been your main concern for the last 10 years.
Yes, sure.
Okay, so tell us why they've been your concern for the last 10 years.
Yeah, this is my concern about indigenous peoples, because they are the friends of the environment and the forest in the world. So we need forest, and the defender of the forest is indigenous peoples. So this is the reason why I very concerned with this issue. So in last 10 years, we advocate this issue, in the government, in the national level, and then when I tasked as a director of Justice and Peace in Archdiocese of Merauke, I work in the basis, for community development, for accompany them, and then I work with my team in my office, for this issue, and we try to push the indigenous people that they are important. They are very important in this world. Right. Yeah. Especially when they face the companies, palm oil company, that took their land for palm oil. So they were down because company come with government and police and military. Wow. So this very very bad for humanity, I think. Yeah. So this is calling me for concern for that. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yes. I mean, it's very important. Like you said, like it's in indigenous communities, we're trying to protect their land, where big companies are coming to try to take over. What I find interesting is you never normally put religion, like Catholicism, with indigenous tribes.
Yes.
So can you tell me more about that? Like I know because Christianity or Catholicism, we say that's trying to erase our history, and yet you're still, in that, and yet also protecting rights. So tell us more how that works.
I do not mix about the Catholicism and traditional beliefs. Okay. Because they are already Catholic. They are Catholic. Okay. So I think I don't use Catholicism as a reason for me to protect. Okay. But Catholic teachings, that's the point for me. For how to influence them. And how to push them to protect their land. Right. Yeah. Because Pope Francis, Pope Francis with encyclic Laudato Si, to care of our common home. And this is very relevant for indigenous people. So these teachings, as a spirit for me, to walk in the basis and to influence them and to protecting their land and for protecting their forest, and this is good for all the world. Right. I think. So.
So you don't mix religion with the work that you're doing with your
Yeah.
indigenous people. It's got nothing to do with that. It's
Yeah.
to do with humanity.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Humanity and the masses and protecting our earth.
Yes.
So could you tell me a bit more about the kind of work that you do in terms of how you influence the masses to protect their land?
Yeah. First of all, we tell them about the importance of protecting the land. Yeah. So make them
Aware.
aware about this important issue. So after that, we try to invite them how to aware about their land, and for this awareness, we ask them for we make an activities like participative mapping. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And they map their area.
Mapping.
Mapping.
Okay.
Yeah. Mapping the area.
Wow.
Yeah. Mapping the area, and we accompany one tribe, Yenan tribe.
Okay.
Yeah? So they mapping the area for outside border. Yeah. And then in the inside, they mapping in village area. Village area.
And the village areas.
Village area. But based on based on village area, and not as administrative.
Okay.
Yeah, but as a tribe, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what are the main issues facing the people in Merauke right now, in terms of rights and land?
Yeah. Now they're facing the palm oil plantation.
Okay.
Yeah. Palm oil plantation. The government invites investor in palm oil. Yeah. For invest in Merauke area, and then in Merauke district. Bovendigul district, yeah, Mapi district, because in Arcdios of Merauke we have 3 districts.
Okay.
Yeah. So these governments invites the company comes, and they give the permit for take the land.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they came down with the people in the remote area. Yeah. For socialization, but they came not only businessmen, but government also, police, military. They come together.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is very give psychic pressure.
Right.
Yeah. So they come and they say that. This company is very good for you with promises, building school, building the
roads.
Yeah, health center, building the roads and bridges.
Yeah.
Building the house of people, and give the children school until university.
Yeah.
Something like that. But until now, about education, nothing. Health center, nothing. Yeah. And the promises,
And they already came and took the palm oil, already destroyed part of their forest.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how does it work with you and the government? Like, how do you have to work with the government to protect indigenous rights? Like, how does it work with you being, like from the church?
Yeah, from the church we try to mediate.
Okay.
Yeah, mediate government, discuss with government what the good policy for indigenous people. Yeah, we try to discuss with the company. About the indigenous rights, but no progress.
Wow.
No progress.
So you're saying in the last 10 years there's been no progress in terms of protecting indigenous rights in Merauke?
Yeah.
Wow.
The key important point for me and how indigenous people aware, and then we push them for protecting their land. This is the key.
Okay.
Because when investors come, companies come, when government come with police and military, if they are very strong in their principle for not permit their land for the palm oil, like this, that's their
strength.
Yes.
That's how they'll be able to, because they give in, because they get sold these promises. And I'm assuming that there's not a lot of money in that area, so you want better for your children, so you'll take that in the short term. But in the long term, it's having a big negative effect on the environment and on the indigenous rights.
Yes.
So in terms of it's a more general question, how important are indigenous rights in terms of protecting our environment? In Merauke and in the world in general. What's your...
In Merauke, we have context area, peatlands. So this is very important for make this area as a forest, and for saving the water, saving the foods for indigenous people, saving the medicine, local medicine, and then we try to give them spirit or something like that, for them to use their land for their culture. Use their land for their culture. This is the point for me and for them, for indigenous people. Their right to live for sustainable, in their cultural issue, and then this will be a potential for the next generation, for them, to continue their life in their area.
Right, in a healthy environment.
Yes.
So I guess my last question would be, if in the last 10 years there's been no progress in terms of protecting the rights of indigenous people in Merauke, but you're still working with them. So what's your drive? What's your passion to keep going, even though the situation doesn't look very, very bright at all? What drives you to carry on and to continue?
This is my spirituality, our spirituality as a missionary of Sacred Heart, with all of my heart for the people. So, what's the challenges in my task, in my work? That's no problem for me, because indigenous dignity is very important for protecting them. So that's my
your drive.
Like my drive, my calling, something like that.
Beautiful. Are you finding that? I guess I said that was my last question, but are you finding though in the last 10 years, is the government, are they changing the way that they're treating indigenous people? Are they paying more attention? Are they changing how they're doing things a little bit? Can you say that maybe there's some change or positive? Possibly? Because Indonesia is quite a success story, right? The peatlands, it's an important place in the world.
I think the government, they hear about this voice. So they try to be careful in their policy. And sometimes they ask to the church how the best the best policy for indigenous people. Yeah. So we always say that if you receive the company, yeah, you must see the principle in the business,
Right.
yeah? And how to hear, how to listen the voice of indigenous people, what they want for the better of their life.
Right.
So that's I think that's in last 10 years, maybe like the candle.
Yeah. But the candle is something, right?
Yes.
This is, we have to hold on to those the little light, right? To hopefully
Yeah.
make it a
Yeah.
bigger than it is. Great. Well, thank you. I mean, it's a great interview, and I've learned very much from you. Is there anything else maybe you want to share with us that I haven't asked you, or anything that you think is important to share about?
I will say, like this morning, I said in the plenary session, yeah. Sometimes we drive by a concept about development and welfare. Yeah. The development, people will be developed if the company comes. Yeah. Or the people will prosperity if they work in the company. Yeah. But this is very quantitative value.
Yeah.
We must see the qualitative value, yeah, for the human dignity, yeah, for indigenous rights, for environment. This is the main point for maybe change the concept about development and welfare.
Right. I agree. Yes, yes. It's not business as usual. We have to change the way we're doing things. Even
Yes.
corporations, it's not people. It's not profits before people. We have
Yeah.
to. Yes, the whole world mindset
Yeah.
needs to change.
Yes.
And it starts small, right?
Yeah, small.
Small?
Like candle.
Yeah, like candle, right?
Yes.
And then hopefully it spreads,
Yes,
right? But
yeah.
at least we have the candle.
Yeah.
Well, I thank you very much for joining me.
You're
It's been a
welcome.
real pleasure to speak to you.
Thank
And
you.
I wish you a next great 2 days, and I hope things do change for your people in Merauke.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.